Talk of Alberta separation just won't go away following Monday's election. Today, Premier Danielle Smith was asked about her position on the issue. It comes after Smith said that she would make it easier for Albertans to initiate a referendum to determine the province's future in Canada. CBC's Erin Collins is in Calgary. Hi, Erin. What'd she have to say today?
Hey, well, I mean, she said that electoral legislation you're referring to really has nothing to do with separation and everything to do with direct democracy. So Danielle Smith said, hey, Albertans can choose to have a referendum on pretty much anything they want, provided they get 10% of the voters from the previous provincial election to sign on to a petition asking for it. So when pressed about whether or not she would support a referendum for Alberta independence, she didn't quite give an answer. Have a listen to what she had to say.
I guess we'll see whether or not they're able to put together a petition, gather enough signatures, and put it to the people. I think you're kind of jumping ahead a few steps. We have initiative legislation that has been in the works from my minister since I wrote his mandate letter in 2023, when this was not an active conversation.
So just to put some numbers on those next steps, based on the last provincial election, it would take about 180,000 signatures to trigger a referendum on Alberta sovereignty. We did speak to the organizers behind that independence push, and they say they'll have no problem getting there.
Erin, over the last few days, there's a lot of pushback to these plans about making a referendum easier. What's being said about that?
There is, yeah. We saw a couple letters today from First Nations across the province saying, hey, wait a minute. We have treaties with the Crown that, far predate even the establishment of Alberta as a province. Any discussion of separation or independence has to go through us before it can even be on the table. We did reach out to a couple of the signatories of those letters. Have a listen to what one of those chiefs had to say.
It's Canada's responsibility to tell Premier Smith to back off, let the treaty people do what they need to see fit on their own lands without them telling us what's good for us. This is not an issue that we're taking lightly.
So the letter that chief signed was also sent on to Prime Minister Mark Carney. We talked to the lone Liberal MP here in Calgary about what he had to say about what he thought about Alberta sovereignty and this new legislation. He had a couple interesting thoughts. First of all, he said that really this is a fringe issue. Only about 20% of Albertans consider this a serious topic of discussion. 80% are very happy being a part of Canada. And he also said that good policy in Ottawa could take away, any real inclination to move this forward. Have a listen.
And I think we've got to do the things that strengthen the country and will have a positive effect on this conversation anyhow. We strengthen our economy, we strengthen our national defense, we strengthen the social supports of this country, and the arguments for separation, flimsy as they already are to begin with, will fade away even further.
And Sarah, just to put some numbers on that support, if we say that about a quarter of Albertans might be in favor of some form of sovereignty for this province, well, this isn't a province known for its support of Liberals. I will say this, more than that, more than 25% voted for Mark Carney's Liberal Party in Monday's federal election. So gives you a sense of how strong support is for sovereignty.
CBC's Erin Collins in Calgary. Thank you.